Hi, I'm Jared with Fun Science Demos, and it's March when we're filming this, and we've just wrapped up maple syrup season in Pennsylvania. I tap my own maple trees, and it takes about 15 gallons of tree sap to make this much homemade maple syrup. If you think about it, virtually all plants give us food, and trees are a big part of that. Think about all the different nuts and the fruits that we get from trees like apples and oranges and pears and cherries. But if you really think about it, there's also food inside of trees. And that's exactly where this maple syrup came from, inside the tree. All plants and trees produce sugar. And nothing goes better with maple syrup than pancakes. And if you stop to really think about it, pancakes are actually made of plants. We have cornstarch, which comes from the corn plant. We have flour that comes from wheat, and we have vegetable oil that comes from vegetables. So when you're eating pancakes, you're actually eating mostly plants. So from maple syrup to pancakes, that brings us to our next science story, Hey Pancakes by Tamsin Weston. This is a fun story while kids get messy while making and eating pancakes. And the best part about this book is it ends with Tamsin Weston's grandma's recipe for homemade pancakes. And if you think about it, there's a lot of science in the making of pancakes. So today we're going to make some pancakes and play around with these ingredients to see if we can get a better understanding of the science that's at work. So if you're going to make homemade pancakes, you need some ingredients. You need a series of dry ingredients: flour, baking powder, sugar, salt, and baking soda, and then 3 wet ingredients: an egg, vegetable oil, and buttermilk. And the science comes in when we start mixing these ingredients together. Certain dry ingredients will actually react with certain wet ingredients, and then it creates something special for our pancakes. So we're gonna make 2 different batches of pancakes. The first batch is going to include all of these ingredients, and the second batch, we're going to leave some of the ingredients out to see if we can compare the 2 batches. So we've mixed up our 2 batches of pancakes. This batch right here has all of the ingredients listed from the book. We left 2 ingredients out of this batch of pancakes, and if you look at it, you might notice they do look a little bit different. This one has a little bit different color. This one actually looks like there's more batter, but we got to figure out why that is, and we'll figure that out by cooking them. So we are ready to cook. We have a preheated skillet. Kids, make sure you have adult supervision if you are going to make these pancakes and cook over a hot surface. Here is our batch where we left 2 ingredients out of. This has all of our ingredients. So I'm going to start by pouring out of this a decent sized pancake. This nice pancake batter is thicker. We got a good pancake there. Let's pour out of this. Have a roughly the same size pancake, give it a jiggle, and we're gonna let this cook, and we'll watch what's happening as they're cooking. So you're gonna notice right away that this pancake right here has all the ingredients in. This pancake, we left 2 ingredients out. This one seems a lot thicker, a lot fluffier. This one seems a lot flatter. All right, so it's time to flip these. We'll test my flipping skills. Get under it with a spatula. Here we go. Nice clean flip. Let's flip this one. You can see all the ingredients. This one's missing 2 of the ingredients, and I can tell this one seems to be a lot thicker. I wonder if that has anything to do with the missing 2 ingredients. Why is this one fluffier and thicker than this one? Well, once they're done cooking, we're gonna cut them in half and really take a good look inside to see if we can figure out what science is happening in our pancakes. All right, so our pancakes are done. I turned the griddle off. Let's slide them together. And you can see that this one is thicker than this pancake. This one has all the ingredients. We left 2 ingredients out. So now it's time to cut into these pancakes and take a look at the inside. They're hot. I'm gonna pivot this so you can see. We are gonna zoom in closer so you can get a better look. Let's cut this one in half. So we've cut our 2 pancakes in half so we can take a closer look inside. This is the pancake with all the ingredients. This is the pancake where we left 2 ingredients out. So what's the difference? Well, this one, when you look inside the pancake, you can see that there are large air bubbles that formed inside my pancake. Those air bubbles are what made that pancake rise and be thicker than this pancake. So what made those air bubbles? Well, I think it might be the missing ingredients. So let's go back and look at and think about the ingredients we left out and talk about where those air bubbles came from. The 2 ingredients that we left out of the one batch would be baking powder and baking soda. The baking powder and baking soda react with the buttermilk to create carbon dioxide. So the bubbles in these pancakes were actually carbon dioxide. It's the same reaction or a similar reaction to the bubbles you see in bread when you cut open a loaf of bread. Those air bubbles are carbon dioxide gas. We'd like to give a huge shout out to Tamsin Weston for her awesome book, Hey Pancakes, along with sharing her grandma's secret pancake recipe that we made right here. You know, science is all about testing to see if we can make things better. And I think it's time for a taste test. Homemade maple syrup drizzled over homemade pancakes. And then I think it's time to dig in. Here we go. Delicious. It is really amazing to think that this meal is mostly made of plants. This maple syrup came from a maple tree, and this pancake's made from wheat and corn and vegetables. And it's something, if you think about it, you could grow in your backyard. That's the cool part of science. It's all around us. Sometimes you just have to stop and try and wonder why. If you want to learn more about science in general or hear a different science story, check out our YouTube channel, Fun Science Demos. Science is so cool, especially when you get to taste it and see for yourself. Thanks for watching.